we generated around 560 plus million impressions organically. Those
creating property cards for the first time for people owning houses in the rural areas.
We have a patent on a bits technology, which...
But we were really guided by what we wanted it to be.
In terms of the content consumption pattern has changed.
Very competitive, very strong.
The objective is basically to democratize cancer care.
I see a very bright future for retail industry.
Technology now allows us to scale up.
We also want to help patients become more compliant.
If I look at the custom solutions market, it's almost about $1,500 billion.
Your customers will not continue to be with you if you don't change gear.
We had adopted digitalization much earlier.
Within a very short span of time, we are the number one operator in the whole of South India.
If you are reaching out to a lakh people today, you would be reaching out to an entire globe tomorrow.
We got those two brands and then immediately got into a few of the LFRs and there was no looking back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 34th episode of ASCENT Talks. My name is Ajit Panikkar, and I'm an ASCENT member for over 10 years, and I lead Nova, an air conditioning company, and Pure Blue, a tech-enabled startup in the air conditioning domain. And my co-host, as usual, is Aleem. How are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ASCENT Talks 34th episode. And my name is Ali Merchant. I run a marketing and advertising company here in Mumbai, and very excited to have you on the show. And if you're wondering, we say ASCENT so many times. So what is ASCENT? Ajit will tell you.
ASCENT is a non-profit organization founded by Harsh Mariwala, Chairman, Marico Ltd, and his deep passion for identifying promising entrepreneurs in the growth stage. Its primary objective is to support these entrepreneurs in expanding their enterprises and enhancing their entrepreneurial journey. Since its establishment in 2012, ASCENT has successfully empowered over 850 entrepreneurs throughout India. ASCENT stands out as a remarkable platform that fosters peer-to-peer collaboration, leveraging the collective strength of its members. And at the heart of these platforms are self-facilitated groups known as trust groups, where entrepreneurs come together and share their experiences, exchange ideas, and provide valuable insights. By creating such a vibrant ecosystem for learning and growth, ASCENT enables its members to benefit from each other's knowledge and expertise. ASCENT Talks, which is held every Friday at 11 a.m., is a weekly show that showcases the journeys of ASCENT members, highlighting their fascinating entrepreneurial experiences. So, Ali, let's bring on our guest today.
Absolutely. Welcoming our guest today, our speaker for today is Rahul Jain, Managing Director of InnoServ Group. InnoServ Group is a rapidly expanding digital consulting firm that operates in 4 niche areas, 4 media platforms, and 1 edutech portal. With a team of over 150 skilled professionals, InnoServ Group is focused on providing specialized digital consulting services to help clients maximize their ROI from digital marketing investments. Their aim is to establish themselves as a leading digital marketing consulting company, and they are well on their way to achieving this goal. InnoServ Group is currently growing internationally with a presence in 4 countries, and they are proud to be profitable and continuing to grow. Welcome, Rahul, to the show. And what is this 444 everywhere? You're also on the 34th show.
But Ali, forget about that. Did you see how he came onto the stage? Absolutely, yes. Like this. He's preparing for the election. His election year, we're getting into it, dude.
I thought he was doing 4 and 4.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ajit and Aleem. I'm really happy and excited to be on this platform. I think it's my 2 years at ASCENT, and I've only felt more and more empowered. And I think that's why, when you look at numbers, when you look at, all things positive and growing at my company, I think I should attribute part of my success to ASCENT. That's how I look at it, actually.
That's very cool. Rahul, can you tell us about your company quickly? I mean, I know it's a very large company and
That's not
lot
a
of
large
facets to the
company.
company. Yeah.
What happened that when we started, we had a legacy. This is the year 2013, when we started, and we had a legacy in experience of working in the training and skilling industry. So we built on it, but we were very carefully watching the landscape, and we felt that digital is the thing, where we should go. And then we started evolving ourselves over the period. Now we are 10 years old, and in 10 years we could build 4 niche agencies, which are the fourth one is acquired only as of this quarter. 3 agencies are built homegrown: FMI Digital, InnoServ Digital, and Cobus, which operates into 3 distinctive areas. And then to support my business, I always felt that I should have a thought leadership layer, and that's where came the idea of having media and communities. So today, like Ascent, we have our own set of communities: ASMA for educationists, SMX for entrepreneurs, sales and marketers. In healthcare, we have ADMH, and for HR fraternity, we have digital HR. Each one has actually reached to a size. What happens when we host summits, conferences, events, release white papers, publish a lot of knowledge oriented activities. Eventually what SM is enjoying is what we enjoy in our networks. So I think it's quite a phenomenal way to build an organization on the baking of a trust layer. So that's exactly what we did at our organization.
Super.
So, Rahul, actually, you must share with our viewers, how did you actually build such a diverse group? I mean, what are the opportunities that this industry holds, and your journey from, starting like from a small skilling company to actually acquiring so many companies, bringing them together? How did all that happen? Yeah.
Well, it was never easy, and then I was always questioned. Let me tell you that clearly. Generally, we know startups typically grow one product, single stream, very focused, that kind of a thought process. In fact, at the core of my business is also one thing, that is digital. So the facets of digital are there, but how do I actually slice it to present is what I did. Nothing else, actually, to be honest. But when they started growing independently on its own path, I think that's when the magic happened. So today, each agency has its own leadership team, each agency has its own delivery teams, and we at a common platform as a group come together to kind of share resources, knowledge, and experience to help each project become successful. So I think one is verticalization and one is then horizontal alignment. Actually, that is what worked for us. Otherwise, definitely it was complex in the beginning when we didn't have much resources. Now that we have financial backing and resources from several investors, I think the world looks better. But otherwise, in the beginning, to build these few things and also to keep failing in between, I think was a very, very challenge and a big hustle, to be honest.
And Rahul, how do you? I mean, when there are multiple leaders in the ecosystem, and there are each one comes with their own requirements and challenges and things. And how do you align all of these people together? What is it?
So we have a very interesting methodology, I would say, and nothing different from how large enterprises operate. So we have monthly reviews where each leadership team comes together, present their progress, and then actually also discuss their challenges and opportunities and ask for resources. This is where I think when we look at the group level, what kind of forecast we have, what kind of commonalities we can see, what kind of challenges we are foreseeing, we are able to actually work against them, and also to offer cross leverages to each other. That becomes the platform for knowing and then acting upon it, actually.
So Rahul, I actually want to you've gone with a strategy in mind. You're not. It's about 2 years, 3 years that you've since run the company, but you acquired so much of businesses. You put them together. Why do you do that? I mean, what is the opportunity that this industry is holding? Yeah. I mean, while you've spoken, it's not an easy thing to put all this together, but you've been out there aggressively doing it. What's the kind of opportunities?
See, Alim is part of the marketing ecosystem. If you know and see, India is a 75,000 crore market alone. Okay, and digital is growing fast, 25,000 crore plus, already taking the market share, higher and higher in each person's media plans. Having said that, we are still a small fish in the pond. There are a lot of agencies which are very big. So there are statistics which says that India has 100,000 agency, including all freelancers, oblique, those 8 to 10 member boutique agency, etc. So we at 150 people right now wanting to go to 500 or 300, I think is the aspiration that we hold, before the next strategic movements will take place. So what I'm doing, I'm possibly actually making sure that we become some significant name in the industry, with our clientele, which is like 80% retained. Some of my clients are like 8 and 9-year-old as well. So obviously we know what we are doing. Point number one. Point number two, in the industry, to become somebody, I think we still need size to happen, which we are currently doing. I think this is the phase in which we are looking at size. And if we are able to expand ourselves internationally, which is the objective that I'm currently pursuing. So to my mind, I think we will become not significant, but some some good name to reckon with actually in the industry. Because
Now,
the opportunity is wide.
Now, a lot of entrepreneurs watching this show. So, what is it about digital that entrepreneurs should know, and how does InnoServ kind of meet those requirements?
So I think it has not now. It's not a rocket science. There was a time when digital was something which people used to really want to demystify. Today's opportunity is how well the execution partner of yours is executing for your objective, and how the teams are very well coupled with your sales outfits. So what way we differentiate is like we work hand in glove with the organization. We in fact go to the mile where we stop our campaigns if we don't get the feedbacks in time. If the sales team on the other side is not doing its job, we just don't burn the money. We rather take it to the discussion board, and we actually make responsible people know about what's happening, why things are not happening. So see, I think it's not just about now executing digital, it's about doing it right. And then it's about also aligning all the functions together to get the value out of the time investment, the money investment that the organization is doing. See, there are a lot of projects which actually can go totally bizarre if you don't really put the minds together at both ends. So it is not like I have a magic wand in hand. It's about understanding the customer, the client's business, his client, and then actually going about creating the strategies which eventually deliver for the success of the customer. So my success is the success of the customer. That's where it is.
And one question: a lot of a lot of people we see are B2B. So most people B2B feel that digital marketing is not really working for them. So what is your comment on that?
So I'm sorry. I think it's about if you look at platforms like LinkedIn, okay, and also then the thought leadership strategies, where you can actually create sort of white papers and educate your customers before they actually consume your services. So there are definitely ways and means in which either performance marketing or content marketing can actually do very interesting work for your business. So B2B definitely is using digital in a big way, and will continue to do so, is my belief. It's about the right partners. It's about
Why is it that when you talk about B2B, this happens?
Well, I think two very interesting things he said was content marketing and performance marketing. So whenever I get a lot of times in ASCENT also people ask me about B2B and digital. So I think it's very relevant points.
Yeah.
Rahul, are you back?
Yeah, Rahul. Yeah, you're back.
Sorry.
We lost you for a minute. And Ali, when we were saying that, yaar, ye B2B pe kyun aake aisa problem hota hai, But Rahul, I want to actually take you through your entrepreneurial journey. You've seen businesses at home, you started, you failed, and you rebounded. Take us through that journey. I know it's not an easy, but it's a painful one. But your grit completely comes out there. So why don't you share with us right from that early stages what you've
So-
seen and what you've gone through?
So I think it's as you rightly said that business is in blood. So I come from a business family only. Okay, but that was like a traditional retail kind of a business. From there, to build companies and then be able to drive people to help you become successful is something that I learned. My first big failure happened in 2004 when I was 24, and definitely it was not a uh, not a good time for me to fail at that point of time, but I felt that it's good that I failed at that time. In fact, because now I am fail proof, to be honest. My confidence, my whole personality is such that I never take anything as a challenge. I only feel, okay, this is another day, I have to just pass through it. That's about it. Another big thing that I learned in the journey is like having a mentor. Okay, having a mentor in time, in place. When in 2004 I decided to wind down my business, I shouldn't have done that. Is the feeling that I have today. Nobody guided me at that point of time. When in 2019, or yeah, exactly 2019, we were kind of struggling to find our pathway, struggling to actually learn how do we continue from here where we have come so long. Okay, then again, I think the mentor who came into our organization actually brought the change. So inducting a mentor, trusting him for good, okay, is what exactly you need. If you can find a mentor who resonates with your thought process, who is able to challenge you, who is able to actually constantly uh, uh, who is able to constantly question you, for the better good of the organization, who's also able to actually put you in a corner, because he knows and he thinks that what you're thinking is not exactly right, and he pushes you, go back and think and come back. I think that's the thing that you need as an organization for you to be constantly successful. See, because in silos, within your own, peer group or founders, you are living in a box, okay, and you don't look outside. But when a third person comes from outside and gives you perspective, I think that matters a lot. That matters a lot. And then expertise coupled with that, the wisdom, the expertise from a mentor, I think that actually also so there are some learnings. Having a partnership and then driving the partnership to success requires a lot of concentrated effort around maintaining the partners. Okay, and how do you actually align with the aspirations of each partner, and then how do you bring a mentor who actually is trusted by all of them, and who also be able to uh, uh, play the moderator role when the times are tough. I think that's the key to constant succeeding in a first generation entrepreneurship, where where there is a lot unseen most of the time.
Great. Rahul, I'll steer the conversation back to digital marketing. I want to ask you one thing. Okay, what do you think is the future of digital marketing? What are the things that entrepreneurs should be prepared for when it comes to
So, to my mind, with respect to digital, we all are experiencing automation to the best. Okay, I have a robotics company within my fold. Okay, where we actually implemented Chat GPT and removed all of my digital marketing team. Okay, so 2 years of our content is now ready. Okay, and like today, in my digital arm itself, in all my agencies, we use Chat GPT in such a manner that the productivity has gone 4 to 5 times. Okay, this is just one example. Adobe has just launched another good tool. I think Fireflies. Right? So that is going to actually change the landscape in the way design is being seen today, and lot more is coming. In fact, this is exactly how evolutions are taking place right now towards making sure that digital marketing related jobs are becoming more and more smarter. And it's not going to be the case that the agencies are going to go away, but they're going to deliver performance, they're going to deliver more smart outcomes, they're going to help the businesses much better than the manual way they were doing before, because analytics is already playing its good role. Okay, beyond the analytics, now automation has become another norm, and the future we can only imagine is going to be much more advanced, much more agile, for all of us to be fast to adapt.
Yeah. Rahul, I also want you to tell us about this little journey of your fundraise. That's something which every entrepreneur wants to know. How do you raise money and what are the challenges around it? When do you stop raising or you keep raising? And you're the best man for that. So why don't you just share us that journey?
So 7 years of my early phase of serve was bootstrapped. Okay, so we were growing and we were reinvesting, and two things happened. We realized that as founders, we are totally uh, squeezed, and debt is something that is on the balance sheet. Okay, and bankers, as they do their own job. So this was not the right strategy, is what I felt. Keeping the equity to chest has no purpose. I think we all should realize that unless valued, equity is nothing but just a toilet paper. So that kind of a mindset change happened to me when our chairman, advisory board chairman Gopalakrishnan Ramchandran, got us to realize that this is how you got to be thinking. And then happened our first equity round, and from that point to today, I have raised already $1 million. Okay, in this company, and we are set to actually raise at least $3 to $5 million, before we either go to market or get acquired, whatever the destiny may call for. But the whole point is, as an organization, we have realized the importance of fundraise, and we also realize that constantly having access to money is very critical. Right forecast, right strategies toward and right interventions toward your fundraise is extremely critical. Having friends and allies in investment world, having your own list of angels curated and nurtured over the period of time is also extremely critical, because this is when you need funds by your side, you're not deprived of resources. Okay, thinking that banks will fund you, I think, is a misnomer. Nobody gives growing business any good money. Actually, when he needs it, when the businesses are good, then bankers want to give you money. What the good use of that money, I don't exactly know about it yet. So I have seen when we were doing things, fundraise has become a game changer for us. It actually brought in discipline. It also brought in accountability. It also brought in a lot of confidence in the teams also, when they knew that now more and more investors are showing their intent within the organization.
Great. And Rahul, that's very, very insightful, and we're getting a lot of comments also. That's good to know. Rahul, tell me one thing. You've been an Ascent member for a while, okay? And tell us about your journey with Ascent and how has it helped you in your.
So I think I started thanking you. In fact, Ajit has been my first mentor within Ascent, who guided us through the journey of our induction in Ascent. It has been a transforming experience over the last 2 years. I not only made 9 more friends who are part of my trust group Shinrai, where we meet every month. Uh, we exchange knowledge, learning, experience about our own businesses. Obviously, this has gone beyond just being professional and exchanging professional notes. The personal concern, growth, and related inputs are extremely high. The mental well-being, the concentration about how you can sail through distress situations, the kind of discussions where we are able to actually go to the forum and say, look, I am in problem and I need your help or advice or support. I think these are the moments of truth which generally people don't get very easily. Here, at least in my trust group, I don't need to fear. I don't need to actually take a accepted view to the problem that I'm sharing. I can go openly talk about it, and they are my sounding board. I think that's the confidence that a trust group strategy or Ascent actually give to you. So to my mind, I think this is one phenomenal platform where most entrepreneurs only become better. They get to learn not only from the knowledge gurus or the other resources which Ascent has provided, okay, but the peer group learning that happens on a ongoing basis is much beyond any MBA, any possible curriculum one can acquire in order to actually comprehensively learn about how a business can be built. I think that's how I feel about it.
Wow, amazing, yeah, Rahul. Thanks a lot for that, yeah. but I still can't get over the fact that you told me equities toilet paper. Gosh, it's stuck in my head. It's equities toilet paper.
I know we protected so much with our heart.
Equities toilet paper. No, I don't know. Every day in the morning, I look at my equity. That's crazy, man.
One more thing which was coming to my mind when I was thinking just now about Ascent is the lifeline exercise. I think that was deep. That was very immersive.
Yeah, but tell us, Rahul, apart from business, a little about your personal side. What are your family? What are your hobbies? What do you kind of do? Tell us a little about that. Everybody thinks entrepreneurs are.
I derive a lot of pleasure. In traveling. So what I've done, I have kind of found a way to blend my travel with my business needs, such that now most of the places I want to visit or go to, I start working toward my business objectives in that terrain, and then kind of spend a month in the terrain, maybe sometimes alone, sometimes with family, to ultimately be able to actually get best of the both worlds. And this really strategy has worked. The last I did was Thailand, in fact, just in May.
Interesting.
I like that hobby. That's a damn good hobby, man.
No, but you know what? Going to a place and just coming back like a holidayer is one way to look at it. And I have somehow graduated from that strategy. I prefer staying in it, immerse in it, know the locales, know the business dynamics of that particular place, meet investors in that place, that market, find Indians and Indian community groups, actually connect with them. You find really good stuff happening then, actually. And
there's a big difference. There's a big difference between being a traveler and a tourist. And once people realize that, it's remarkable.
Yeah, and on my family side, I'm really blessed. I have my father, my mother staying with me. My wife is she's a good friend. More than wife, she is a good friend with whom I can travel, share everything. I don't have to actually, be somebody else to be with her. That's my, the best part of my life. And my kids are like two adorable girls. One is 8, one is 14, growing fast. And I'm obviously worried they've been girls, so when they'll fly away someday soon, who knows, now the next world order will actually bring different, stuff to us. But still, as a father of 2 daughters, I feel like I'll be alone someday soon.
That's only not with the daughters. Even the sons, I've got 2 sons and I know they'll fly away. So it just doesn't matter the gender. The kids are going to fly away. I guess that's how it is.
But trust group रहेगा आपका. So your trust
group
रहेगा.
वो तो family है.
Yeah, but your wife is also helps you with your work, right? She's part of your business.
She's also entrepreneur. She's also running a good business. Obviously, mutually we share a lot of good exchange and kind of built upon it.
Amazing. Rahul, it's fantastic. And I think we just have done with our time that we've had. But it's amazing to see how you actually build that entire business, just kind of, acquiring all of them and putting it together. I'm sure, it will take some time for anyone to actually deep dive and understand how you put each piece together and how you brought those cultures together. Thanks for sharing with us that. And it's been, thank you for actually joining us on ASCENT Talks today. It's been a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you. It's truly a pleasure as well for me also to reflect back and see that how things have gone right. Otherwise you have all the chance. I have one philosophy which I always believe and follow in my life. If something cannot be done, do it, because if you don't do it, it won't exist. With this one single mantra, I have led my life. So all throughout my journey, I have started something, and I feel that even today I'm just at the cusp of the beginning.
How amazing is that? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you very much. Thanks for taking time out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was nice, man. That was a huge. His whole business is like a conglomerate, and he's built it over the last 4 or 5 years. It's very interesting because even when I was going through that whole thing, you require time to get into each of these spaces and how that each piece is like a puzzle that he's put together.
Correct.
Very interesting stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. So we just are done with our time slot here. So if you enjoy these ASCENT talks, share it, talk about it, share it with your other entrepreneurial friends. But if you're an entrepreneur who is all set for the growth and who really wants to scale up and be part of this growth India story, then get on to ascentfoundation.in and put in an application. And the ASCENT team will get in touch with you. And if you're truly growth ready, we'll be happy to have you in our cohort. So thank you very much. And we're going to see you next Friday with another interesting story. So don't forget, that's ascentfoundation.in.
Just 1 minute. I just want to do a call, shout out to Archana, Shravana, Ruchika, Pankti, Anuj, Rashmi, who do a lot of work. So whenever you say ASCENT team will get in touch with you, those are the guys who work behind the scenes and they put a lot of effort. So we'll have one of them on the show sometime soon, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it looks very nice on Fridays, just the two of us come and do this lovely show. But for all our viewers, please remember there is an entire nice ASCENT team right at the back who does entire coordination. And we just have this privilege of coming and doing it for 30 minutes and being the face of the show. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot. See you guys. See you next Friday at 11 a.m. with another interesting story. Bye-bye.